And I have said, I want to change this country spectacularly in 3 years. So I don't have 10 years. I don't have 5 years. I don't have 6 months to decide whether or not and go to court. No, I don't have that time. If there's anything that I'm not afraid to do, it is to take decisive measures, even in the face of opposition and hostility. If it has to be done, it is good for the country, it is good for the people, I will do it. Make no mistake about it. I'm always open to engagement. You disagree with me? Let's talk. You tell me, I think you're getting it wrong here. And I'll listen to you. And if I realize you are correct, I will say it to you, but not just to you. And it is a challenge not just to certain pockets, but to the whole of our society, is the ability to implement projects timeously, properly, and within budget. We have a serious challenge in this society. The tender process. I've spoken about it. I raise it again because I want society to be fully engaged on this matter. To build a house, the project of constructing a house is preceded by another project, the project of procurement. It's a project in and of itself, one that takes too long, one that at times becomes even more costly than the house that you want to build. The steps leading up to the actual construction of the house are themselves more dilatory and more costly, more expensive than the actual cost of building the house. This is a reality. We cannot sidestep it. We cannot run away from it. We must face up to it squarely and engage with it. And these processes that precede the actual construction of the house are rigged from end to end. There's a whole line of players who are entrenched, who have been there, and who master the craft of subverting propriety. So when a tender is issued, people purchase it, it is already known who this tender belongs to. Others are just accompanying at great cost to themselves. And it happens, and we know. I've dealt with it as a legal practitioner. I know it from end to end. I understand it fully. I've engaged. And often when it turns out that the process cannot be short-circuited, the tender is cancelled. And the process begins. So if you wanted to build this house in the next 6 months, it's going to take you 10 years fighting over whether to build this house or not. And in that interregnum, people are homeless, they are without shelter. What do we do? That's the country spectacularly in 3 years. So I don't have 10 years. I don't have 5 years. I don't have 6 months to decide whether or not and go to court. No, I don't have that time. People, yourselves, need accommodation. And if I'm going to submit myself to a process that will take me 10 years to deliver accommodation to you, then I would have failed you, and failed you spectacularly. So what do? We need to ensure that there's transparency, there's openness, there's accountability in each and every process that we undertake. No doubt, that is not negotiable. And that there is no corruption. No doubt, that is not negotiable. And that there is no corruption. And so people say, when you acknowledge a failed system, and you say, whatever we do, we must not do this one. He say he's trying to give tenders to his relatives. I want you to know my relatives. Just check, you'll know them. You need to know them so that you can track whether any one of my relatives has any tender. You need to ascertain, you need to be sure about these things. So that when these allegations are flung about, because one is seeking to move from an entrenched system of corruption to something that offers us some redemption yet, you are able to interrogate the allegations. And we must interrogate the allegations together. And so it's going to be very critical for us to find ways of moving away from, and we must interrogate the allegations together. And so it's going to be very critical for us to find ways of moving away from this corrupt system and engaging in a different one that we can monitor and track, one that delivers results timeously, within budget, no corruption. And that we will do. If there's anything that I'm not afraid to do, it is to take decisive measures, even in the face of opposition and hostility. If it has to be done, it is good for the country, it is good for the people, I will do it. Make no mistake about it. I declare this, and I declare it publicly so that it is known, so that when you gauge and you assess, you understand how I approach these matters. And with me, I'm always open to engagement. You disagree with me, let's talk. You tell me, I think you're getting it wrong here. And I'll listen to you. And if I realize you are correct, I will say it to you, but not just to you, I'll also say it publicly. I've been advised by my friend or my colleague that this approach is wrong. I have reassessed, I have come to the conclusion that it is actually wrong, and we self-correct. That's how you operate. Because we're all frail and fallible. This is the concept of bofokoti. This is what it means. When you say that, it means you appreciate your own frailties, your own brokenness. You're broken and fissured yourself. And so, when others come and they approach you with a different perspective, you pay attention. And when you realize they are correct, you heed what they say. This is how you operate in a sane and sober environment. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what position you occupy. It's called humility. Just the ability to acknowledge that I may be wrong. Even when you think you've got it right 100%, you may actually be 100% wrong. And when somebody challenges you, if you think you are right and you believe in the correctness of your proposition, then it becomes an opportunity for you to persuade them, to win them over, or be won over to their side. I don't understand why sometimes there's conflict. When we engage on any issue, and you know, you assess. That's why you do recon. You collect data. You assess it critically. You examine it from different perspectives. And then you take a decision. But if you go out there, rumor and gossip gets people so excited. Even some who call themselves analysts. You look at what they're trying to say, there's no analysis. But you, by virtue of your profession, your training, are analysts because you deal only in facts. And you take decisions based on accurate information, not speculation, not rumor, not gossip, not pettiness, not frivolity, not absurdity. That's your job. And you need to demonstrate these capabilities because you have them.